Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Coaster Coast for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic, another scenario from Terra Henk. This small seaside park requires major expansion. You must use the land available for purchase to build a variety of exciting roller coasters. Your objective: to have 10 different types of roller coasters operating in your park, each with an excitement value of at least 6. Okay, then, let's have a look. We're charging for entry and oh, is that it? Let's have a look. Let's turn off scenery a second. So we've got one looping coaster. Okay, so that's a type of sword. I'm going to rename that because I don't want to run the risk of YouTube mishearing me naming that and not liking it. So, okay, so that already counts. So really, we only need 9 coasters then. We're on a beach with a lot of houses, like terraced houses there. So very similar then, I suppose, to a place like Blackpool, where you got the theme park amongst, not really amongst the houses, but next to them. Right, so we've got a small amount of space. Okay, that's land we can build, or we can buy and build on. That's land we can build over. We can have construction rights for that or under, because it might be easier in some cases to build tunnels. Like I can see there, for example, it'd be much easier to build a tunnel. Let's flick back to that. So these plots on the beach are going to be awkward because what will happen is if we've got a guest down here and they want to ride a ride over here, they're going to try and straight line it and they're not going to be able to, and then we risk getting lost and stuck. But there are ways around that. So let's see what we got then. We've got some transport rides. We've got some gentle rides. Not a great selection. We've got 3 coasters to begin with. We've already got one of them. So with the 10 coasters, they need to be unique coasters. We can't just build 10 looping coasters. I mean, we could, but it's not going to count. We've got a twist, a water ride, and some shops. Not a great selection. Okay. So as is becoming quite normal on this scenario pack, we're going to research shops. We are going to want that sweet umbrella cache if it rains. Plus, we're going to want a bit more variety with food and drink. I'm going to raise the entrance up to 40. We might not have enough rides to justify that at the moment. And do you know what? I don't really care if we win Worst Value Park Award. It's not going to bother me because I think for the first year at least, we're going to rejig this starting area, put down what shops and things we have, fiddle about with the paths and the land and stuff like that. Because you know me, I'm a fiddler, I'm a tinkerer, and I'm not the only one. Yeah, and maybe, now clearly there is a gap around the outside. So Terra Henk has left us a path, or a space for a path around that. But maybe we could put another coaster there. Let's have a think. October, year 1, 239 guests in the park. We're researching gentle and thrill rides just to see what flat rides we can get out. I'm not really fussy on what ones we get, just something decent. We've got 2 coasters now. I've got a junior coaster called Funbug, and that interacts with the looping coaster, and the looping coaster is now called Raptor. As I said, we're charging 40 on the gate. We've got some shops out, and I've gone for a sort of a new experimental food court style area. So let's turn off scenery. So we've got the shops just down there. We've got like a little path loop and a seating area in the middle. So with the path loop, I've got no entry signs to turn it into like a one-way system, so guests can't get lost and stuck. Because when I get a ride down here at some point, guests might walk down there thinking they can get to it, but the one-way system will just force them back up. I've got a little slope just down there. Let me turn off that. There you go. Notice I turned off the rides and the toilet disappeared because the toilet is classed as a ride. At least where the money is counted up is concerned. So I've got a little slope down there because I figure when we do buy that land, we're going to build a tunnel underneath to get to it. Got the kiosk there, flattened out some of the land here. Yeah, so far, so good. Did I show you the stats? Let's have a look. So the interaction with the junior coaster has helped boost the looping coaster, and the excitement on the junior coaster is I'm trying to click off and it keeps rotating. I'm clicking the wrong button. Is fine. So we've got 2 coasters so far. So let's have a quick look then. Where's the station? The station's just there. Need some handyman down there. It comes up. Oh, there you go. It's just started. It boosts out up the chain lift, down through that little indoor section, and there's a little path above for a little bit of a cheeky ride interaction start. Oh, not ride interaction, cheeky excitement bonus. It's got a little S-bend in and an S-bend out through the loops. I can't remember the name of the person, but someone posted that on Reddit a few years ago, and I was like, I didn't know you could do that. We got a couple more buildings there just above the entrance building or the station building for the looping coaster, and then back to the station. Pretty cool so far. 2 coasters done, 8 to go. October year 2, we're now researching roller coasters, and we've got a load of flat rides down. We've got a carousel, twist, spiral slide, haunted house, and a maze. And then we've got a little slope going down underground all the way down to the beach, where we've got this Virginia reel down there. So I bought the land and just decided to use this plot for a Virginia reel. Way longer than it needs to be, but that's fine. I think it looks quite cool. So because it's like a beachside park, I figure it would be cool to go for some sort of, not realistic, because I think realism is overrated, but something that you might have seen in real life. Who knows? This is kind of, I mean, there wasn't many, but they were sort of like this, I suppose. Anyway, we've bought the land just over this side, and we've got a plot ready with the shops. That's how I'm going to do the beachfront areas. There's a few more plots just down here, so I'm going to do the shops and things down there. I only want them using this bit of path, because if we do get problems with guests getting lost and stuck, for example, the people this side want to go over to here and they can't, there are ways we can go about that to fix it. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'll probably see you next year. June, year 3, and I've got a lot of guests getting lost and stuck. Let's have a look. Surf Rant. Yeah, there you go. So they want to go over here where my new coasters are, and I don't blame them. I mean, look at them. So there's 2 coasters here, but they only count as 1 as far as the 10 is concerned, because remember I said you need to have unique coasters. So this will only count as 1 coaster, even though we've got 2 decks. So Surf Rat, just there, decent stats on that. So it's a mirror image, but the pathing is slightly different on both of them. There's a little interaction with them just over there. So they're trying to get over here, but they can't. So I'm going to have to rejig the paths to try and combat that. March, year 4. So I've got a slope going down. So the guests that were getting stuck are now heading down that way. Let's have a look where it goes. It comes out back onto this path, where they should then wander back up here, and their pathfinding will allow them to travel or find their way over to here. If not, they'll head back down and then go back down there, and they'll keep walking around. But either way, they're not getting lost, so it's fine. We're just kind of moving them around the park until eventually they find their way. No problem. And then just over here, we've got another wild mouse type coaster. So the first one was the wooden wild mouse. This is the wild mouse. And I kind of like this design. It's not bad. It's called Driftwood. Decent stats. What am I doing? So I don't know how we got both windows open at the same time then. Oh, is it because I clicked? Yeah, because I clicked on the fence posts on the outside. So if you click on them, that's just another way. So there's a few ways of doing it. Random tip, tangents do going off. So you can click the gate, that brings it up. Or you can click the gate in the top left corner, that brings it up. Or you can click the fence, that brings it up. Anyway, back to Driftwood. Before I was so rudely interrupted by myself. So yeah, it comes up, drops down, got these like sort of these slope bends, that comes down, and then we've got like a weird sort of like uphill bend, downhill bend, and then back down. Yeah, I think it looks quite cool. It's not bad anyway. And then we got some different color fences as well, because we want to go for like that driftwood sort of effect. And on this side, I've preempted the problems. So let's turn on underground view, turn on hide land. So at the edges then, we've got the slopes that come back down to this section with no entry sign, so they can't come up this way. But if they wander down because they want to go to the ride down here, or the ride that's going to be up here somewhere, then they'll end up going into that and then back to the main path, and then hopefully their pathfinding will take them somewhere else. And then up here then, we've bought the land ready. We've got a nice little path loop with kiosks and toilets and stuff. And then we've done the same on this side as well. So where are we? We've got 5 coasters. I figure we should be able to get our 6th coaster just there. We've got a space here for coaster number 7. I've done the same thing with the slopes there. Oh, there you go. This one's he's gonna go somewhere. Where's he going? Don't know. There you go. And the same with this one. They're gonna walk down there. There you go. Back to the main path. So that'll be 7, and then we'll have 3 more, and I figure this space here is big enough for 3 coasters. That's the plan. October, year 4, and I don't know why I do it to myself, but I think, right, let's do a stand-up coaster. And I think, yeah, okay, one way of getting a good excitement boost of a stand-up coaster would be to have synchronized stations. Yeah, and if I'm going to do that, why not just build a Mobius coaster as well? So that's what I ended up doing. And so this is Lake Monster, and decent stats. Look at that. That's for a stand-up coaster, for an old-style stand-up coaster. That's amazing. I will blow my own trumpet. That is amazing for a old style stand up coaster. So as you can see from the there you go, I've closed it. I say as you can see, then I close it. Look at the ride length. So one of the stations is a lot longer than the other. So what I've done is I've added trim brakes just there on the side nearest to us. So that slows it down, and then it returns to the station more or less at the same time. So with this, I've kind of got one exciting side and one less exciting side. So it's kind of like fun for the whole family. So one side there you've got the corkscrews, and the other one hasn't. So yeah, the whole family can go on it. It's great. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So I figure now we're gonna have to start on this section over here, and let's see what rides we've got. Okay, we've got side friction. We've done the Virginia Reel. We've got a wooden coaster. We've done the wooden Wild Mouse. We've done the Wild Mouse. We've done the Junior. We've got a mine train. We've got a loop in. We've done the stand-up. We haven't done a corkscrew. And we're not going to be doing them. So out of the 4 that we've got left, I figure the mine train, wooden coaster, and side friction will probably fit the best. October, year 5. We've got 1,569 guests in the park. We've also won Most Confusing Park Layout Award. It's not the first time we've won it in this playthrough. It's fine. It's because there are a lot of guests that just can't find their way. But it's fine because we're redirecting them, so they're not getting stuck. They're just getting lost. Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, we've also won award for the park with the best roller C. There you go. The park with the best roller coasters. So that's pretty cool. So we've got our 8th and 9th coaster just down here. So this one's called Crazy Eights, which is a type of card game, I think. Decent stats on that. Quite like it. Way longer than it needs to be, but I think it's pretty cool. And then just over here, then we've got coaster number 9, Silver Mining, because every cloud, and we've got a lot of clouds, as you can see from the weather, every cloud has a silver mining. Yes, we've got the building here, and it's kind of Mobius. I suppose technically it's Mobius, but the guests only board one side. So as you can see, you've got a full train coming out on the left-hand side and the empty train on the right-hand side. So it's a sneaky way, we'll say that, of being able to get the synchronization bonus by having it synchronized with itself, but without having to faff about with getting both tracks to synchronize and etc. etc. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So the empty one comes out, goes around that cylinder on the right hand side, drops underground. Let's show you. No, I've hidden rides. Drops underground, comes back around, and then comes up. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got a space now over here where we can build the wooden coaster, and then we're going to have to interact it somehow with these rides. I mean, we've got no choice, really. I mean, I could, I suppose, build a really compact one by here, but that would be a bit dull, wouldn't it, when we've got the opportunity to interact it with these coasters? So, yeah, we've taken 5 years. What's another year? Let's just spend the next year building a cool wooden coaster and then pass the scenario. October, year 6, and we've got our 10th coaster. It's called Tension, and here are the stats. Pretty cool. So no fancy gimmicks with this one then. Wooden coasters are pretty easy to build. The number one mistake people make with not just wooden coasters, but all coasters, is they usually make the chain lifts too high. And then if you've got the chain lift too high, you've got way too much potential energy, and the coaster's going to be going too fast. Hang on. I don't think I've shown you all the coasters. No, there's a little trick track just down there. You'll see that later. That's fine. I've had to rejig a couple of the coasters that were here already, the wooden, the mine train and the side friction. So the side friction is still on test. Let's open that up just down there. Yeah, I forgot to show you this one here. So it's a simple design. It's called Scorpion. Just down there. So it goes up the chain lift at the back, up the rear spike, drops down, bat wing, and then what do you call these? I can't remember what they're called. They're called corkscrews. That's what they're called. How can I forget the name of that? You know, I'm getting old. My mind is just, I can't even remember what my mind is going. So we've got it closed at the moment. That way the game only thinks we've got 9 coasters. So once I run this on test and open it up, the game will realize that we've got 10. There you go. I built that 2 years ago, but I just forgot to show you. There you go. So what I've done is I've dug down 3, done the corkscrew and the half loop, or half corkscrew and the half loop, then gone underground and then dug down another 3, done the half loop and then the half loop and then the half corkscrew. I need to have some flashcards and stick them next to my tablet for all the things I keep forgetting. There you go, just waiting for the stats to come back. So whilst we're doing, let's zoom out on a different part of the park. No, there you go. After I moved it, fantastic, and we've done it, and they're letting off their balloons. Stu, do you know? There's always that pause. It's like the game is going, you know, let's just wait a second. Let's just wait a second. Let's see what he says. Let's see what he does. And then as soon as you start to do something else, boom, here we go. You've passed. There you go. So this was Coast to Coast then. Another cracking scenario from Terra Hank. So what do we do then? We came in, we already had the looping coaster. I built this junior coaster as well, interacting with that. Funbug and Raptor. I renamed the coaster. That was originally there. Set the price of the entry to £40. Research shops. Built all the shops down there. Terraform the land a bit, research gentle rides and thrill rides to put these down. Haven't used that space. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. And then we built a little underground section there, bringing you down onto the beach for the first of the beach side, of the on beach, I should say, roller coasters. We've got a Virginia reel just down there. And then over here, then we've got another on beach coaster, and I've done these little slopes going down at the corners because a lot of guests were getting lost and stuck. We got another one down here. Yep, we got another two just down here. That only counts as one coaster though. And then we bought this land in the middle. Got a Mobius stand-up coaster there. Show you the stats again because super proud of this one. I figure I might release this on RCT Go. It probably does need a bit of optimizing though. Yeah, but all in all, it's pretty cool. And then over here, then we've got Scorpion. Quick and simple design just there. Again, we've got the slopes, and the slopes will all lead you back to one of the underground paths with no entry signs, so guests can't wander down. The idea is that they were getting stuck without them, so they just push them back in the right direction, and hopefully their pathfinding will work once they're further up. And then over here, then we had a much bigger area of the park where we've used the side friction, the mine train. And the mine train is a Mobius coaster, but only in so much that it's got an entrance station that goes around the track and then comes back to an exit station, and the exit station then connects you back up to the entrance station. So it doesn't actually show you the two lengths of the track because the guests aren't riding the two lengths of the track. And then we've got the wooden coaster here, and I'm going to have to zoom out to show you the full track. Just down there. Decent stats there. Yeah, so another fun scenario from Tara Hank. The only problem with the scenario is the layout of it, but that is how it's designed. It's designed to be difficult in so much as the way the guests move around the place, and you have to be on the ball with that. Now, Tara Hank did leave a space around the outside of the looping coaster for us to be able to put a path down there. But me being me, I decided not to use that for a path and instead use it for a roller coaster instead. And yeah, I think the whole park turned out well. So anyway, this was Coast to Coast, another scenario from the Tara Hank scenario pack. There's a link in the video description. If you want to play along, you can download it via Tara Hank's YouTube page. So I've been Stu. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.